Bonjour! Bonjour!
No.
Time for bladder check. Check.
So it's a show?
It's a lifestyle.
It's a religion.
My emotions! My emotions!
I'm still French.
Ouais, c'est pas faux.
I'm a woman, Mary. I can be as contrary as I choose.
Non, moi je crois qu'il faut que vous arrêtiez d'essayer de dire des trucs.
Hello, hi, I'm Laura. I'm gonna watch Battlestar Galactica Season 3, Episode 13. I'm very glad to be back with Battlestar Galactica. Today I just have the time to watch 2 episodes. The episodes that you're gonna see on Friday, because now I have a new schedule for my reaction videos because of the return of the 100. Now, The Last Kingdom is on Monday and Tuesday, Battlestar Galactica is on Wednesday and Friday, and The 100 is on Thursday. I'm still working hard to give you the 5 reaction videos each week, and also to give you these 2 videos about Battlestar Galactica, with in each video 2 episodes. So I hope that you are really enjoying that. I hope that the ones of you who are fans of Battlestar Galactica since a long time now, when you discovered the show when it was out, you are loving this, you are loving, to have someone discovering the show for the first time. And I know that the show is over, it's finished since a long time, and I knew that when I began, to binge watch the show, not a lot of persons were gonna watch my reaction videos about it, but I hope that for the ones who are watching them, you are liking these videos and rewatching the show with me and discovering the show with my eyes also, because I'm discovering the show for the first time, so I hope that you are enjoying that. Okay, about the show, I didn't edit my last reaction videos about the show, about the 2 last episodes, but I edited just yesterday my reaction videos about the episodes 9 and 10 together. I want to say that I'm sorry. I was really a fangirl, I think that you never saw me like that. If you are watching my reaction videos, for shows like The Expanse, The 100, or Mr. Robot, or I don't know, for shows like that, you know that I'm not used to ship really someone with someone else. I'm not watching shows for that. I love shows because they are well written, for the stories that they are making, for the development of the characters that they are making, and also for the subjects that they can explore. And even if sometimes, I'm in love with a character and I want the best for this character, I think that I'm not showing that side of me, that I can have with some shows that I'm watching. My ship art, the side of me with shipping someone with someone else who is really fangirling like that, and I think that with the episode 9 you really saw that side of me, and when I was editing it I was losing, at myself, seeing myself being like that, and I was also stressed in advance about what you could think about me, because you are not used to see that side of me, and I can appear, during that kind of moment like a typical fangirl with just excited about something and without really thinking about the situation or things like that. But it was not the case for my defense. I knew what was gonna happen before it happened into the episode. I knew that they were gonna say to each other their feelings, but Starbuck was gonna deny them and stay with Anders, so Lee was gonna stay with Dee because of that, and it happened like that. And I knew already that we were not gonna have consequences about what we saw during this episode during the next ones, because that's a slow burn ship, and I knew that the episode was really about relationships in general, about the president and Adama's father, about the chief and Adama's father, about, all of these relationships. I knew that, but I couldn't help myself but being like that, a fangirl with Lee and Starbuck, because I'm waiting for them to happen, to see them together since a long time. So yes, I want to say that I'm sorry that I reacted like that, but in another way, I can't change how I'm feeling about the two of them being together, but I want to reassure you, I'm not watching the show for that, you know, for seeing them happening together, not at all. I'm watching the show because I love it, because I love really the characters, I really like all of them, I want to protect all of them. I have, you know, my preferences with Starbuck, Lee, the Chief and Hilo, of course, and Hot Dog. I don't know really why this kid, I have this affection for him. One of you told me on the comments that the actor who is playing Hot Dog is also, you know, the son of the actor who is playing Adama's father. I didn't know that, and I'm surprised about it because really I didn't see that, you know, they are not really looking like each other in my opinion. But yes, that's not changing my opinion about Hot Dog, about the character, but that's funny, you know, to think about it. But yes, I love the show for the characters, I love the show also for the stories. Like you saw it during all of my binge watching of the show, I'm really trying to find answers, you know, to find clues to have the answers, to make theories, and I'm really watching it for that, you know, to have the responses to all of my questions that I have about the silence, about the prophecies, about who is a silent or not, what Gaius is or not. And yes, I'm really watching the show for that, and also for how great it's written. Each time I'm seeing it, I'm amazed by the fact that they can take an entire episode to explore something, one side of the story, one character or one big subject. I'm amazed by that and by how they are doing it. It's so clever the way that they are doing it. I really appreciate that and I really admire that, you know, that way of writing the show, and really the big subjects that they are exploring with this show, and they are not just exploring the same subjects again and again. The 100, I'm watching you, the good guy and bad guy theme, I'm over it since 3 seasons now, but I know that we're gonna have it again during this final season 7. I need to stop to talk about the 100. But no, into Battlestar Galactica, really the 100 take lessons into Battlestar Galactica. I mean, during each episode, they are exploring such a big subject and they are taking the time to do it, and I don't have the impression each time that they are just, you know, mentioning the big subject and resolving it in 2 scenes. No, they are taking entire episodes to do it, you know, mentioning all of the sides of the subject, you know, all of the opinions that you can have about it, and without really resolving it, sometimes just letting the viewers think about it. And I love that. I love shows which are making me think about a subject, and sometimes also which are making me evolve and change my mind about something. Like if you were there during the first season of the show, you know that my thoughts about the silence evolved a lot. Really a lot. I began the show by saying like they are silence, they are robots, so they don't have feelings. That was really, you know, my thing, how I was thinking, and I evolved with that, and that's great. And I love shows which are able to do that. It doesn't mean, you know, that I'm influenceable, it just means that I have an open mind, and that if you are working hard and if you are really presenting me interesting and clever situations and questions, I'm gonna question myself each time, and maybe at the end I'm gonna evolve. And I love shows which can do that. That's not lessons, you know, that they are teaching us. It's not like big lessons of life that they are teaching, not at all. It's really like, you think like that, what's the other side think? It's that. Do you understand it? Do you understand their point of view? So even if you don't agree, you understand. So if you understand, maybe you can think a little more about what your point of view is, and maybe you're gonna keep it, but maybe you can be more open to what the other ones think because you are understanding them. And I love that, I really love that. So right now into the show, I have to say it, I can't remember really where we are because I didn't edit the videos about the last episodes, and I watched, you know, the last episodes 1 week ago now, so I can't remember really where we are. but I can remember that we had this moment, you know, on this planet where Gaius and Diana were trying to do that stuff, and Diana saw the 5 faces and she was surprised about one, and she was moved about one, and she said sorry to one, saying that she was sorry the fact that she hurt that person, and I still can't remember which person, you know, she hurt, because to say sorry to someone like that, we saw her hurting that person, but I can't remember who that can be, and if she saw Gaius or not, we don't have the confirmation of that. And Gaius is now taken by us, you know, by the Galactica, with also number 6, so that's gonna be interesting to see what they're gonna do with both of them. They didn't say that they took Gaius, but I think that everyone saw that they took number 6. So even if they're not gonna do what Pegasus, you know, the Pegasus crew did with the other number 6, I don't know what they can do with it, because of the fact that they gave a second chance to Athena, and if you are doing that for one Cylon, you can't not do it for someone else who is saying that he or she wants a second chance. And right there, that number 6 helped Athena and is maybe the one who can switch, you know, who can switch the most. So I don't know, that's gonna be interesting, and I want to see them, you know, questioning themselves about that, about the fact that it's a little hypocrite, you know, to give a second chance to one Cylon because you think that she has feelings and that she changed and that now she is on your side, and be fully against all of the other Cylons, saying that no, they can't change, no, they are made to kill us, all of them are made to kill us, and all of them are without feelings. That's not logical, and I want to see them, you know, questioning themselves about that. Hilo began this discussion during an old episode. Maybe we're gonna come back to that discussion, and that would be great. And Adama's father was interested, you know, by that discussion, you know, was like, okay, for now I'm not gonna be on your side, but you presented, you know, good things, you know, good arguments, so maybe I'm gonna work on that. So I want to see that happening. Which, let's go for this episode. Again, you have the reaction part on the description for the 2 episodes, but you have to come back right here for the review of the first one, then go back for the second episode, and then go back for the review of the 2 episodes together. Also, I'm gonna eat during this first episode maybe the more French thing that I can eat, I think. From your point of view, I'm gonna eat du pain perdu, lost bread, I don't know how to say it in English, but that's it. I'm gonna eat during this episode. Let's go for it. And I mean, it's gonna give him a public, you know, for his lies, what he thinks, you know, which is right but is not. A trial, yes, that's a good thing, because you can't torture someone like you did during this episode. You can't do that. If you are doing that, you're just like the Cylons. The Cylons tortured Gaius physically. We saw that during an entire episode. Just right there, you did that mentally. I'm not saying that one of these things is worse than the other one. I'm saying that it's torture no matter what. And you can't do that. If you are really believing into democracy like I am, I see you take a drink, you said it that you were gonna take a shot each time that I would say democracy, please take a shot for me. But yes, for democracy, you can't do that to people, even if you think that they are fucking traitor, even if you think that they are responsible for a lot of bad things, you can't do that. And yes, you have to give them a fair trial. I'm glad that they came to this conclusion, because, you know, I began this episode not being sure about it. I'm gonna keep that passage, you know, during the editing. I was not sure that a trial would be the solution for him, for someone like Gaius. But torturing him for having information is not right neither. Killing him, they can't do that now because they went too far with him, and that wouldn't be great with what they know now. The fact that he didn't want that genocide, you know, at first on Caprica, he didn't mean to. But all of the rest that he did, you know, that was collaboration, you know, when he didn't tell some things that he knew, when he helped some Cylons, when he gave the warhead to the Cylon, you know, on Cloud9. He's not someone that you can trust, he's not someone... Yes, he was a traitor, yes, and he's still a traitor now. Even if now it seems that he found God, you know, not God, the Cylon's God, even if now he found that face into God and also into him, like he is the chosen one now. But yes, you can't kill him, you can't torture him. So you have to give him a trial to solve the situation, you know, to have an answer for his situation, what you're gonna do with him. This trial, I think that I want this trial to not be into the public area, because if it's in the public area, that wouldn't be great for the fleet, you know. It's gonna turn people against each other. I don't know, I can see that happening, you know, because of the fact that he was the president before and he did all of that on New Caprica, and a lot of persons are gonna be mad about that. But also some people, I'm remembering that, you know, were also on the silent side and they're gonna go with Gaius. I don't know. The other story, you know, that we had during this episode was the rectangle situation between Lee, Starbuck, Dee and Anders, and we didn't have an answer about that neither. We did not have a conclusion for that neither. I mean, we are just doing the same stuff with them since the beginning of this season, like it's a full circle, really. I knew and I said it that they were not ready to be with each other, Lee and Starbuck, but I thought that they were ready at least to not be with the ones with who they are married, because they know that they don't love them fully and they know that they are with them not for the good reasons. You know, they are with them, they are with Anders and Dee because Anders and Dee love them, but not because they love them back, you know. They love how Anders and Dee are loving them. Do you understand what I mean? I mean, Starbuck, she's not in love with Anders. She just loves how Anders is loving her. That's not the same. And same for Dee, you know. He said it, Lee. He said that she was good with him and their marriage were good and she was still there no matter what, and that he needs her because of that. And he said that he loves her, but I'm not sure that this is love. He's not watching her with these eyes like he's watching at Starbuck. He's attached to her for sure, and he has feelings for her for sure, but I'm not sure that this is love, really. That's torture, you know. Also for me, to see them being hurt, all of them, like, I'm sad for all of them. I'm even sad, you know, for Dee and Anders. They don't deserve that. They don't deserve to be with someone who is not really loving them fully and for the good reasons. Because again, I think that they love each other, all of them, but not fully and not for the good reasons. And when you are beginning a relationship based on lies and not with a real love, they hurt each other each time and they are not happy. Each one of them, they are not happy with the situation. And the worst is the fact that I can't see how it can end, you know, how it can be resolved if there are that's bad what I'm gonna say, but if they are all surviving, you know, if none of them is dying, I think that the balance, you know, with these two couples is gonna continue, and we need, you know, one of the weight to be off, to have the balance destroyed and something happening. But before that, they're gonna stay into this balance, which is not a real one, because it's not real love, but it's like that. They are not ready to separate, and they are not ready to live their love fully. To be happy also, I have this impression that, you know, Starbuck, she doesn't know how to love. I mean, I have the impression that she loves also to be in difficult situation like that, like even how she began her love, you know, her love relationship with Anders, that was in pain. And this, the fact that she is right now in this triangle situation for her, I mean, that's reminding me the triangle that she had also with Lee and Billy, and the fact that she was at the place of Lee during that time. So maybe that's why she's accepting all of that coming from Lee, because she understands what he is feeling, and maybe she's feeling guilty for what she did to Billy. I'm still having this thought. And I'm still having this theory about her maybe doing something on New Caprica, hearing them screaming their feelings, saying something to Starbuck. I'm still not over, you know, with this decision that Starbuck made just like that to marry Anders. I'm still not understanding that. And I still think that maybe Dee is involved into that decision. We'll see if I'm right or wrong about that. Okay, I'm gonna watch the episode 14 right now. For you, it's on the reaction part, and let's go! I'm sorry. I'm sorry to be like that, to react like that. And during all of the episodes, you knew the truth, you know? You knew that he was really doing it, the doctor, so you saw me taking his defense, you know, and being like, no, there is something else, and like, I was so annoyed by them not understanding that there was something else, and maybe the drink was the reason of what was happening. You were maybe like, when she's gonna know the truth? She's gonna be mad because she was wrong. No, I'm not mad because I was wrong. I'm mad because of what it means. You really did it on purpose. Killing these persons just because they were not believing in medicine, you know, in his God. You know, that's almost like that, like, because they are so religious, they are not accepting medicine, and he was a doctor and is considering them as worms. I'm so mad at him, but also about the situation, you know, people who can do that, really do that. I'm so intolerant, really, with all of the sorts of racism, all of... I can't deal with that, and I can't understand it. You saw it during the episode, really. I can't process that information, that people can really think like that. I mean, I met in my life people who were racist, and of course I was not friends with these people, and of course I had fights, verbal fights with these people, but it's always something that I can't understand. I can't understand how you can think like that, how you can treat people like that. That's so not logical with being a human for me. Really, I can't. You don't know me, so you can't know it, and I think that I never said it into a video, but I have a brother who is coming from another country, you know, that we adopted when he was 2 years old. and you know, he's my brother. At the moment that he arrived into my life, he was my brother, and that's all, you know, and he's my blood. I mean, I know that we don't have the same blood and DNA and stuff like that, but he is my blood. He's like my blood, and you know, he is a part of my DNA and of who I am, and maybe that's why for me that's so not understandable, you know, the fact that you can hate someone because of the color of his face, or his religion, or his sexuality, or stuff like that. That's so... And I mean, it's not just because of my brother, it's for everything in life. Like, I can't accept people who are not accepting each other's face, sexuality, origin, stuff like that. And I think that if you are watching my other reaction videos to other shows, you saw that I expect, you know, in me the fact that that's really not how I'm thinking, so that's really not something that I can understand. For once, you know, I said during my intro that this show was great at making me understand, even if I don't agree with, understand each one of their point of view on subjects, but this one, I can't understand it, this one. The hate that you can have for an entire community because of the origin or the face, because right there it was about their face and their origin. I can't understand that. And I'm glad that they are not even trying to understand that or to give, you know, a second thought to that, you know. Each time with the show with other big subjects, they were okay resolving the thing at the end, but sometimes they were having an opening scene at the end, like, okay, we resolved it, but what if? Right there is no what if, because this is not a question where you can have a what if, really. And if you are coming on the comments and if you are telling me something which is not fitting with what I just said and which is racist or stuff like that, be sure that I'm not gonna let your comments. I'm, again, intolerant with intolerance. I mean, I'm not deleting comments who are just calling me stupid and how much I'm stupid to think that or that. I can let these comments, you know, on my channel, but comments with hate or racism or stuff like that, I will not tolerate it on my channel because this is something with which I'm intolerant. I have so much hate now for this doctor. I really believed that the drink was the cause of the situation. Because they insisted on that, you know, at the beginning of the episode, you know, I was like, why did they talk about it? There is a reason behind that, you know. I was so sure that it was maybe the explanation to all of that, like they didn't talk about it for nothing. That for me it was so logical and it was so fitting well, you know, with the story. I was really surprised that it was not the case. I think that when I'm gonna edit this video, I'm gonna be laughing at myself, at my face, you know, being shocked like that when I discovered that it was not the case. It was really just a doctor killing his patients. But this episode was great to talk about this thing, you know, about that discussion about racism, about not accepting strangers, silence, or, you know, Sagittarians for their face, for their origins, for what they are made about. That was interesting, and Hilo was a good character for that, because he's a good guy who is always putting himself in the sides of the minority. And, you know, into my intro, I'm putting some extracts from a show, a TV show in France that I love, Camelot, and that's fun because into this show at some point Arthur, you know, yes, the Arthur from Camelot, is saying something like, I'm gonna search for it, I don't want to say something wrong. Okay, I found the quote, I'm gonna translate it for you. The great chiefs have only one thing in common. They fight only for the dignity of the weak. If you are replacing that sentence with that. The heroes have only one thing in common. They fight only for the dignity of the weak. And that's why I love Hilo so much, because he's that kind of hero. He's always a good guy. I'm proud of him, really. Because he fought for what he believed into. He was right, but even if he was wrong, I would have been proud of him just because of the fact that he was fighting for what he believed into and for protecting the weak. Phew, that was an episode which is not gonna make me think, you know, because like I said, I'm intolerant with that kind of situations, persons, opinions, so I'm not gonna change my mind about that, you know, I'm not gonna no. But that was important to have maybe that episode into the show to remind us, you know, the fact that they are like that with silence, but they are like that also with each other. It's not a perfect world, you know. People, humanity, who is accepting everyone, you know, is accepting all of them, you know. But that's great to show that in their community also, you know, they have factions and people against each other. And they are also dealing with racism. I preferred the first episode. Not just because of the rectangle situation, but also because of the subjects, you know, that they talked about, and also because we learned all of that about Gaius. Yes, it gave me more things to think about, you know, all of what happened with Gaius. Okay, so it's all for Battlestar Galactica for you and for me for today, so it's all for me for now, so bye for now. Bye!
Wait a minute, Doc. Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
Hey.